Okay, quick look through Tuesday's end of day closing screens. I can hear a whistling, whining noise at this in this office somewhere. Hopefully, it's not coming over the microphone. Closing high is 57. A little bit of a soft reading there. So I'll jump straight into it. It's absolutely red hot in the office today. Cheers, James. Oh, cool. It sounds like it's under the desk. Maybe the old computer's getting a bit warm. So just go through these gappers. Morgan Sindel through on news. Significantly ahead of previous expectations. That's not a bad report. At first glance, choppy old stock, isn't it, though? It's a 250 stock as well. Revisit that on the next pullback, I think. Seascape. I've got no news coming up on this, I don't know why. Rate offshore Malaysia. Yeah, why's the news not come up on that? Share scope answers on a postcard. Not come up on the chart. Try again. Oh, there it is now. Just fly through those again. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dive into that, I would say. Obviously, it's a loss-making stock with no revenue by the looks. Oh, whistling noise is driving me crazy. Okay, closing highs. In order of sector, beverages. I'll just reverse up this fever tree for those newer to what we do. You know, this is the look of a good stock. You know, base, breakout, pullback, base, breakout, base is out again, pro gap, and this, you know, look, just compare this action here, big, wide, loose, swinging, chop. You know, every potential little trending move is just loaded with forced sellers. You know, supply. On the nice clean run, nobody was at a loss. There was no supply, and make it as hard or as easy as you want this game. But if you're buying stocks because they're on sale, you're always going to be into supply. Yeah, I mean, gap up here, gap test swing point or whatever, or into mean trend, you know, would be the next sort of pullback area. Yeah, might be a pro gap, might just break through highs and continue on its journey. Take on the pro gap, you've got to go a bit looser on these things in my world. It's it's a tough game buying pro gaps. You've got to have full commitment to the primary trend there. Be able to soak up any pullback. Yeah, MTL. Just same. You know, you want an easy ride. You know, this thing started trending. It got, you know, this little bit of supply here. You can count in days. Do you know what I mean? 52-week highs, 18 months. Still a choppy ride. Still a choppy ride. Up and down, up and down. But you know, time. And you know, this is plus 300 out of the base, probably about 350 out of the cheat now. I'm got a little breakout here. This is a return to growth. Support services, PPHC, public policy holdings company. I don't know anything about this one, but you know, that is a superbly lined up line in the sand, that, isn't it? It's in what looks like a little bit of a sloth-like sector. Punch it in for you. PPHC. So I'll punch it in. I'm not having the best of luck with running Excel at the moment. Come back to that one. Hold on a minute. Small cap, high float. Debt multiples a little bit elevated there. But looking at it, it's just on the forecast. Where's it gone now? On the forecast numbers, so that will drop next year. You'd want to dig into that and see if it's an exciting area to be. Anyway, have a dig into it. Communications. Yeah. Don't know that one. And into the swing points. took the liberty of drawing a line on it on this one for some reason, didn't we? It's a very, very cheap one. It is the kind of action you want to see off the lows, basing off the lows. Let's see, we've got a bit of news there. Interesting project. Yeah, kicking stones around probably. Moving on. Investment trusts. Construction. The rare earth one, obviously kicking stones around again. Another loss making one. CNC, obviously we know it well. Just a bit of an outside up today. Made a big move off the lows though, didn't it? It's a 50% move, that. 55-60% off the lows here. Bit of consolidation would be extremely normal. It's up pretty well for anyone here who's riding it. Saga. So, quick look at the end of day dash. RNK. Just jump into another screen. RNK. In the signals dash, if I just look down that. CG. Georgia Capital. Sort of high in the sky, little mini base there. I see it outside up today. No forward on that. CNC's third on the list. GKP. Yeah. Moving on. Just going down the signals dash here. Oh yeah, it got bid, didn't it? Wise being the first. Yeah, if I had to, this has got another listing in the US now. I think the US listing is going to be the primary listing by the looks of it. But you know, the liquidity will decide that, won't it? Bit of an outside up on this pullback. Reverse fall base, first pullback. Was trading towards some pretty good numbers, wasn't it, previously? But it's flat there now. Now it's gone through prelims. It's trading a new earnings season. Just looking down the list a bit further. AB Foods. Seen that one in a long time. Yeah, same again, you know, you get this nice linear price move, and then once it breaks trend, you know, you've got double the that was the nice trending action. Then it got all loose, didn't it? double the vol. This is why it's so hard being a short trader, because you know, even if you're in a downtrend, you get whipped out on the long side. But you know, rinse and repeat. The action you want to be searching for, orderly action, orderly pullbacks, higher highs, pullback, higher high, orderly price action shows interest. And where is it found? The top right hand corner of the screen, not in the bottom right hand corner. That's where we are at the moment though. So I will leave it there. Have a quick look at the market. Too warm to be screen watching at the moment. So we've just closed that big gap, haven't we, today? Still looking at those gaps in the S&P especially. Let's just go and look at those. You've got this gap here. There's also a little gap down here, but you know, it did trade that area a few days before. This gap here, it hasn't traded it in the up move. This one just looks like a job that needs tidying up. You know, not all gaps get filled, but you know, this is the trend. So that is a little bit of a, we had the gap test, didn't we? It's just a little bit suspect, that gap there. These here been traded on the way up. This little one here was traded a few days ago, so it's not exactly a meaningful one. But that one there, it wouldn't surprise me to see that filled at some point in the future. Consolidation. Okay, I will leave it there. Pretty good week, so I won't curse it, but got some good movement in some of our stocks this week. Cheers all.